a particular way and you're supposed to teach me how to do it, come at it another way, please. Don't give up on me, because I'm going to get it. And when I get it, I'm going to be good at it. When I get this thing that I'm supposed to, I'm going to be good at it. But a lot of times what happens is it's a test for us. Do you have the patience that was given to you? Because see, when I get it sometimes, now I'm all that. And I don't have patience for the people who don't get it like me. You know, it took me 3 years on this job to get to this place where I am. And then you show up, I'm angry with you because you don't get it the first day. You forgot, it took you 3 years to get to this level of knowledge. I probably can do it, show you how to get there faster because I'm experienced now. But the deal is, in my selfish ways, I don't want that, because I don't want people to start recognizing you and over me because, see, you might get my position. You remember the teaching we had? The student will never be greater than his teacher. I can be like my teacher, but I'll never be greater than my teacher, because as my teacher go up, I'm going to go up. So look at it. If I keep going, look at where it is. You know, it's not that I'm being any less than my teacher, but look, if I'm here and my teacher's here, as he goes up, I go up. You see that? And I'm no longer down here. I'm here now. Because I'm not trying to overstep my bounds with that, because if I do, I get out of the will of God. Now I'm no longer under that teaching, that umbrella of that teaching. I'm out from up under it now. So what was intended for me, I'm no longer getting. I'm going to miss out. And this is what we do when we get out of the will of God. We come out from under the umbrella of God. So now we miss out on those things that he has called us to be. Notice here again something we was talking about. In our passage that we were reading today, God was saying that we were predestined for things. Okay? Every last one of you all in here are predestined for greatness. But the only way you're going to ever experience that greatness is to fall in love with God. Now, I thank God for this metaphor that he gave me in a way, and it's actually a true fact. If you ever fall in love with a person, okay, and a person falls in love with you, the key element or the signifying factor of that is that they give you their heart. Now you get to see and experience my heart, because we have that reciprocal love for each other. I'm going to share some things with you now that I wouldn't share with anybody else. But look at God, the same thing. When I fall in love with God, now he begins to share his heart with me. I begin to see his heart, and I begin to experience his heart. So now my love for people has changed, because I see God in everything that I do. I start to see it in his way. But I got to show you something here. You will either love God or you'll love Satan. And that which you love, you will share in the heart of that which you love. There's no compromise. You know, I don't believe in God or Satan. Good, you all Satan, trust me. Because if you're going to deny God, you are all Satan. You can put it, it's no like, well, what do they call those things? Agnostics, who they don't go either way. They're just in the middle, you know. I don't believe in God, I don't believe in Satan. Well, here's a newsflash. Yes, you do. You believe totally in Satan, because when you deny that there is a true and living God, there's no other place for you but to be held in bondage by the thought process of Satan. When the Bible talks about mind, spirit, soul, and body, here you go. When it talks about your mind simply is that part of you that chooses which side of the fence you're going to be on. You'll either be with God or you'll be with Satan. If you're with God, you'll embrace his thoughts and his thinking. If you'll be with Satan, you will embrace his thoughts and his thinking. When the Bible talks about being spiritual, it's talking about your thought process, the way you think. But my mind has chosen which side of the fence I'm going to be on. And then your soul is that emotional part about you, your will, your intellect, that part that causes you to feel. See, this is why they are both, God and Satan, are seeking your soul. If God says, if I get inside of you, then I can train and instruct you via the Holy Ghost on how to handle your emotions, how to control your emotions. Satan says, all I want to do is get in there and entice you through your emotions. See, because you got those 5 senses, remember? And your senses, untrained, do what they're supposed to do. Your eyes see, your nose smell, your ears hear, your tongue taste, and your hands feel. But through the proper training, you know what to let it feel, you know what to let it smell, you know what to let it see and focus on, because the way your senses react, it makes the whole of man. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You start becoming what you think. So why not become what God has called you to be and embrace those things? A lot of stuff that we've done, and again, from this platform, let me tell you, I want to make sure that truth comes out of this platform. I will never, ever stand behind this platform and cover up my own mess in Scripture. I want to define me too. It is my objective to teach you in truth. I want to know when you come back and see me, say, hey, that you taught the other day, man, that information, it blessed me. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear, I don't know what you said didn't work. I don't know, you know. Maybe I will miss the mark, but I try with my God-given best to embrace his truth, and I ask him to anoint me. Give me your focus so I can teach this. I don't want my own focus to teach this, because I'll get distracted. I'll get to talk about something that has nothing to do with this lesson and or this teaching. But when I can embrace God's truth, I can give it to you in such a way, now you begin to see it in your own self. I begin to recognize these things in my own self. Okay, this is what's happening to me. The only thing this word is God's truth. It's just like what I told you all on last week. The truth has three functions. It helps, it heals, and it delivers. That's what this word is all about, to bring you into where God would have you to be. I don't want you to be short in any area of life. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be able to do exceedingly abundantly. I want you to blow your own mind. By my obedience, listen to this. There has been times that I've truly embraced God's truth and his will for my life. And I've done things not really ready for the outcome. And the outcome was so great, you all, it blew my mind. I'm like, that little stuff worked? It seemed like it was too simple to work that way. God said, see, you don't understand. I only did this because you obeyed me. I only did this stuff because you obeyed me, and I opened up other doors that caused this thing to pyramid out, and it got bigger. Because of your obedience here, I opened up doors here. And that little bit of obedience caused me to bless you abundantly. And the effects of that said, man, wow. But watch this now. I got to show you something. If you're not careful, you'll mess around and get yourself on a pedestal. See, because if I'm not careful in here and I'm teaching real good and I have one good teaching and you all mess around and tell me I'm all of that, and I mess around and jump on that pedestal, and I get to believe in my own hype that I'm all of that, see, God can quickly slap me off of that little pedestal. See? Amen. So I choose not to embrace that, okay? I thank you that it's blessing you, that's real good. But I've got to stay humble, see, because once I do that, I quit studying. I don't need to study anymore. I got this thing. And I know that daily I have to study this word in order to bring forth the word as God would have me to do it. So when people start to build you up, be careful about that. It's nice to be appreciated. We all want to be appreciated. But be careful about that. Because you know, when you look in that mirror at the end of the day, when the close of the day, and I stand in that mirror at night, God, did I do all that you would have me to do? And I begin to look quickly. What you didn't do, it comes up first. Remember, I told you this morning to go minister to this person, and you let those cars distract you. You let that person that you don't really care for distract you, and you don't even remember that you were supposed to do that until now. The day has ended, and you didn't speak into the life of that person. God forbid that person should commit suicide. And God said, see, had you told him what I said, that would have never happened. See the impact? A life is lost now because you disobeyed me. You allowed the enemy to cloud your thinking. You allowed the enemy to distract you, and you didn't do what I called you to do. Every one of us has a purpose, okay? No matter how small or how great it is. It's a lot of times the little things that you do that does a greater good, you know? Maybe if I just go help somebody clean their house, you know? They've been struggling. They've been trying to do it, and for whatever reason, they have not been able to accomplish. But I go and I assist them and I help them in doing this, and it blessed them. That's all they've been wanting. See, you think they want a new house. No, I just want to clean the house that I have. I don't want a new house. I just want to be able to clean this house up. It's gotten so out of hand that I can't see where to begin at. But you go help them out. You go in there and just think about what can happen. You go there. If you come help me out, I'll listen to you. You know that? If you come to talk to me while I'm cleaning my house, you can minister to me all day because you're helping me now. See? You ain't sitting back and your house so stinky, it's nasty. Ooh, I would never go in no stinky house. Put on your mask, whatever you do, gloves, however you got to get off in it. Go in there and get it, and then start talking to them about some things. You know, that's your opening now because they say, hey, look, you doing what nobody else has ever done for me before. So I'm inclined to listen to you. And you know, hey, I'm going to come back and check up on you. Now, you need some help, just call me. And you may have to go there a couple of times. You can't give up, you know. And each time they clean up a little bit better. Now, it ain't like you would clean up, but it's a little bit better than it was last time. Hey, how you doing? So you go back and see them when you can. I'm not talking about, you know, something you neglecting your own home, and then now your house look like their house used to look. Not that way. But when you can get in there and help them out, and maybe, hey, look, call one of the sisters. Hey, you mind me and sister so-and-so come? But get their permission now. Don't just roll up in there with somebody that's one of the more busybodies in church. Ooh, I went in her house, there was some maggots coming out the trash can and all that stuff. Now you telling everybody in church, they don't want that. That don't bless them. But if you're going to help them, go with that godly intent. I want to see you build up. And I know I can't build up a thing. It'll be a terrible thing for a